How could you not like it? It's got
Textbox-tron.
Do you remember where you were on August 27th, 2024? I remember where I was. I was watching Vinny Vinesauce watch a Nintendo Direct.
How can I react harder? Please help me.
Why do we watch Nintendo Directs? They're either really bad
He's so cool.
or decent and forgettable after they come out. Yeah, sometimes they'll announce awesome stuff like the Super Mario RPG remake or a new Mario and Luigi game or even news about Metroid Prime 4. Hey, remember when they announced Metroid Prime 4? But then there are other directs that announce non-stop farming games, Fire Emblem entries, and Octopath Traveler. I swear, there were 4 consecutive directs that talked about Octopath Traveler 2 for 10 minutes. I'm sure the game is great. I have no knowledge of RPGs, so I have no real opinion. I think the graphics are cool. I like that the characters look flat. I just have no idea what it is. What's an Octopath? The octopus? As for this Nintendo Direct in particular, I think people were really looking forward to it because of how great the previous one was. You know, the one where they announced Funko Fusion, a third-person shooter where you can only play as Funko Pops of pop culture characters. Like McReady from The Thing, Chucky, Ramona Flowers, Marty McFly, Freddy Fazbear, and Chris Pratt from one of those movies.
He's so cool.
As well as several Umbrella Academy characters, which hit a personal spot for me as someone who owns all the Umbrella Academy comics and also really enjoyed the show for a decent amount of time.
Close.
Was 17-year-old me like this game? You know what? Probably. Now, I'm not much of a gamer myself. I don't play games often. The last game I played was Papa's Freezeria Deluxe several months ago, so do with that information as you will. I get my enjoyment out of games from watching other people play them. I get that from the little sibling in me, where I would constantly watch games my brother played and get as much entertainment as he did. Nowadays, I'm watching streamers, baby! When I watch these directs, it's not because I want to play these games. It's mainly because I want to keep in touch with the gamer mentality I don't fully acquire and probably will never fully acquire, and I'm completely okay with that. Also, there's that very slight chance that they could announce Tomodachi Life for the Switch, and I want to be there for that. Yeah, sure, it might never happen, but you gotta hold on to a little bit of hope. And because I'm not a full-fledged gamer, I'm really not in the know when it comes to news about gaming. Like, I don't know anything about company ethics or how good games are or what the public opinion on an upcoming project from a respected developer is.
This game sucks.
I kind of find those out from individuals and not from articles, but then again, I'm pretty sure gaming articles aren't the most reliable sources either, so either way, it doesn't affect me because I'm not a consumer. I don't pay money for these things, I just watch other people pay money for these things.
But yeah, this is worth like $10,000.
Anyway, I'm saying all this because, from my understanding, these recent directs have been really under the radar for Nintendo fans because they're calling this era the final stretch for the Nintendo Switch. Because Nintendo eventually, inevitably, maybe, will be announcing their new console, the Switch 2. So the games that Nintendo is announcing in these recent directs can really make or break the Switch's reputation as a console. Is the Switch a quality console from these final games that they're coming out with? Now, I'm not too sure what the answer to that question is right now, but if this game that I'm going to be talking about is as good as I hope it will be, the answer is yes. The Nintendo Switch is the holy grail of gaming consoles. GameCube, don't need it. PlayStation, get that out of here. The Switch is where it's at, and it's all because of one game. And that's all thanks to Indie World on that August 27th Direct. Before the official Nintendo part of the Direct, there was a 20-minute segment that was dedicated to indie games coming to the Switch, and that was called Indie World. And there was some good stuff. There was Balatro and their little card update.
It's 3D Among Us.
Wait, Rick and Morty.
It's Rick and Morty.
There was Pizza Tower. That's a great game. I just wish that the announcers during the segment weren't speaking in the most annoying voices possible.
Oh, where'd you get that pizza?
I found it in that tower over there.
What tower?
Would you shut the fuck up?
But there was one game that caught my eye. A game unlike any other. A game called Date Everything.
Well, let's check it out.
Date Everything is a visual novel dating sim type where you're placed in a house, and as you roam around the house, you click on various objects, and these objects become anthropomorphic characters that you can date. Yeah, you heard me right. You can date a lamp, you can date a cabinet, you can date a clock, you can date a vacuum, you can probably date the bed, you can even date your mental illness, or as the game trailer calls him, your
Overwhelming sense of existential dread.
His name is Doug. Look at him. Look at this fucking guy. Look at it! He looks like Cryotic from YouTube if he was big and buff. and not a pedophile.
I think I'll pass on Doug.
There are said to be 100 different characters in this game. What are you talking about? And not only that, they're all fully voice acted, which takes it to another level of characterization.
That's the only favor I'm gonna do you too, so appreciate that.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, and there are 100 voice acted characters in this game, that means 100 voice actors had to be hired to be a part of this. I don't know how you convince 2 people to be a part of this, let alone 100.
That is a lot. Yeah.
And I'm talking about some pretty respected voice actors here. There are some pretty notable names in the cast so far. But yeah, so far, because the game isn't out yet. In the trailer announcement during the Indie World Direct, the release was set to be on October 24th, 2024, but they delayed it to a later time. That time being Valentine's Day of 2025. Because of fucking course it had to be Valentine's Day of 2025. It's so perfect. It's so charming. It's disgusting. I hate it. Do you want to date a wall on Valentine's Day? I swear to God, there's gonna be a wall character and they're gonna name him Wallace. Watch them name him Wallace. If they do that, know that the Anxious Wombat on youtube.com/the Anxious Wombat predicted this to happen. And Wallace will be voiced by Matt Mercer. You heard it here first, folks. I'm telling you. All right, back to the voice cast. First off, we got Ray Chase, who is also a part of the dev team. More on that later. He voices Scandelabra in this game, which is probably the most tolerable character reveal so far. I know there are people that want to fuck the Candelabra from Beauty and the Beast. Nothing surprises me anymore.
Look at my beautiful poopet! I need a separate room for my poopet!
Ray Chase has voiced other characters such as Noctis from Final Fantasy, Cyclops in the new X-Men 97 cartoon, and Ryomen Sukuna from Jujutsu Kaisen. And I'm not done, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Laura Bailey is in this. You know, like the critical role Laura Bailey. Maybe Matt Mercer really is a part of this and we just don't know yet. Laura Bailey voices Harper, who, judging from the looks of it, is a hamper. Harper the hamper. Fucking cinema. Shelly the shelf. There's a shelf character. Voiced by Abby Trott, who has also voiced Nezuko Kamado from Demon Slayer. And have you seen the new Uzumaki anime miniseries? I haven't. I was gonna until I saw how much of a nosedive the second episode's animation was. But Abby Trott voices Kiri in that. The little cat clock bitch. His name is Timothy Timepiece. He's voiced by Bryce Papenbrook. You may have heard his voice in a little something called Attack on Titan. Yo, Eren Yeager in this bitch. Eren! I'm getting all of my information from BehindTheVoiceActors.com, by the way. Shout out to that website. But Dana Snyder is credited to be voicing a character named Von Trapp. But there is no art for this character on the site, so I'm not too sure what object he's supposed to be. Oh, what? You don't know who Dana Snyder is? Haven't you heard of Master Shake from Aqua Teen Hunger Force? Yeah, buddy.
Because of you!
Felicia Day is in this as well? The Mystery Science Theater 3000 Netflix reboot Felicia Day? I'm not too sure what this character is supposed to be, but if I had to guess, probably a chimney. If this lady is revealed to be a chimney, I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. Pause. Hello, Editing Wombat here. Judging from the little icon on Skylar's text box, she's a pair of glasses. And from what I've gathered from the animation from one of the official trailers, you're gifted a pair of glasses that makes everything in your house anthropomorphic and dateable and human. So I'm guessing she's the humanoid version of those glasses and not a chimney. But that still leaves room for there to be a chimney character. I mean, I don't know. Hey, remember Doug? This sexy beast? He's voiced by Sungwon Cho, also known as ProZD. He used to do super iconic vines back in the day, and I used to watch his YouTube videos about him eating like 50 cans of soup or 20 boxes of mac and cheese and reviewing them, and it was peak entertainment for me. I loved watching those. As for his voice work, you may know him as Senshi from Dungeon Meshi. I swear to God, if Doug talks about eating a hearty meal, I'm gonna become a #1 Doug head. I don't care about the rest of these bitches. Doug is the only motherfucker in the city who can handle me. And as I said before, that's only the tip of the iceberg. There are still so many people yet to be revealed. Who knows who voices fucking Textbox-chan? I didn't even mention Textbox-chan! You can date the game itself. You know, the text box that is the majority of the gameplay for this thing. Yeah, she's a beautiful woman named Textbox-chan. I sure hope she's voiced by Gray Griffin. You know what would be awesome? If there's a character that's a sponge and he's voiced by Tom Kenny. The possibilities are endless with 100 fucking characters. I'm still not over that! The developers are called Sassy Chap Games, and I believe this is their first game. They've already given me some great first impressions. I don't know about you. The publishers, however, are Team 17. You may know Team 17 as the developers of the Worms games, as well as the publishers of Overcooked 1 and 2. So glad to know that they're about to have another gem under their belt. I hope they're looking forward to it. As for Sassy Chap Games, they have a Twitter account, but unfortunately because Elon Musk is the worst person ever, I can't see the account because I don't have a Twitter myself. So I don't know how often they tweet or what their tweets even are, or if they're even good tweets. And before you say, hey Wombat, just make a Twitter so you can see it for yourself. No! I'm not doing that. However, they do have a public Instagram with over 900 followers and only one post. Let's take a look at that post. So there are a bunch of little drawings of various objects, and there's some text here that reads, "From the idiots who brought you lava, a bold new video game. It will probably be fun." And the caption says, "Sassy, saucy, secret, hush face emoji, hashtag Sassy Chap Games." This was posted on March 22nd, 2019. This game has been in development for at least 5 years. And judging from this post, you could probably date a chess piece, a scarf, a key, a deck of cards, headphones, a pair of underwear.
That's not funny, you sick fuck.
This post raised another question and furthered my extensive research into this game. It mentioned something called lava, which I had no idea what that was at first. I thought it would be another game for obvious reasons, but it turns out to be a live show. The acronym stands for Loud, Annoying, and Very Annoying. According to their official website, lavatheshow.com, Lava is a convention and Comic-Con stage show darling. They have packed audiences in every gathering they've come to, promising a great 90 minutes of no-holds-barred fandom entertainment. Their show is fully customizable, from the full-length, all-ages stage show Lava Live to the scaled-down 60-minute panel room-friendly, super kawaii happy party game go-go hyper hangout fun time.
Okay, work.
And Q and Play. They've got a show for every venue. Now, who makes up Lava? Remember Ray Chase, one of the voices, as well as the devs of Date Everything? Yep. He's a member. The other members are Max Middleman and Robbie Damond, both voice actors with a lot of past work, as well as being credited in Date Everything. We don't know who Middleman is playing at the moment, but Damond is Hank. Or Hanks.
His name is Hank.
I think he's a clothing hanger. I just want to understand the thought process of making something like this. Not just the thought process, the entire process of showing this to Nintendo specifically and getting their approval to put this on the Switch. It's also going to be available on Steam, but I'm not questioning that too hard when there are games on there like Orc Massager and Mommy Simulator. Finding probably 100 voice actors and finding artists to draw a window lady, how do you convince so many people to be a part of this project? As for my hopes of Date Everything, as sick and twisted of a concept as this is, I do find it extremely intriguing and very creative. Am I gonna get it and play it myself? Probably not. I am definitely gonna at least watch some gameplay of it. Vinny, if you can hear me, stream Date Everything. It doesn't have to be a full playthrough. It can be only 30 minutes. I'll be happy with that, I swear. No! Do I think this game is gonna be good? If it doesn't take itself seriously, and judging by how it's presented itself, it won't. This could be a very fun little comedy game. Some very beloved visual novel games are twists on the genre, like Doki Doki Literature Club adding horror elements, and My Horse Prince adding, well, whatever the fuck this is. If it does follow through with the comedic writing, it genuinely could be an enjoyable experience. If each character has a distinct and unique personality, then it'll be exciting to get to learn who they are and see how your relationship progresses with them. And once you're done with them, you can actually look forward to finding the next character and see what they're about. If everyone feels too similar to each other, then it'll get boring very fast, and the whole game shtick will get old very fast. I am pretty confident, however, that each character will feel different enough because this game's been in development for so long, but because of how big this roster is, I'm just saying it's a possibility. Alright, to end this video, here are my top 5 Date Everything characters I'm looking forward to seeing. Number 5, Hector the Vent. Yeah, haha, Among Us reference, whatever. Does he have a body? Or is he just hands and eyes? Number 4, Abel the Table. I just love a big hairy man, what can I say? He's my type, he's wearing a cowboy hat. What's not to love about this guy? Number 3, Cam the Trash Man. He comes out And he throws trash all over the ring. Why were the artists so horny making the human garbage? Number 2.
Nightmare.
Oh, the monster fuckers are gonna love this. Oh, I wonder who my number 1 pick. It's Doug. Of course, you bet your ass it's Doug. We love Doug. Hashtag Doug.
October 24th.
I'm reacting so hard now.
I got bitches all on my